Namaskar and a very good morning. Welcome to the audio cast from Kotak Securities. I'm your host and guide Anindya Banerjee. कल USDINR spot में 82 के नीचे close किया. 82 was a major support and it closed below that level. आज follow through है but कुछ खास नहीं. 81.96 के आसपास spot references trading. कल US economic data continued to be poor. ISM's services fell quite sharply और उसका जो sub components है that clearly indicated that the service sector growth and inflation both are moderating considerably. So that's something which the Fed will be paying a lot of attention. क्योंकि Fed का argument था recently that the services-led inflation and services-led demand is what is keeping them hawkish. So if that is weakening, Fed has very little reason to stay hawkish as they are. So the market is clearly pricing in the end of the Fed hiking cycle and eventually a move towards rate cuts before the end of this year. Dollar index is slightly higher, more of a corrective up move. US bond yields are lower. Or Aaj is going to be the RBI monetary policy day. The RBI is expected to hike rates by 25 basis points. But the big question is, will RBI change its stance from hawkish to neutral? Because if they don't change their stance and maintain a hawkish stance, then it could be positive for the Indian rupee because of the higher interest rate differential. The US bond yields have dropped quite sharply, so that the differential in interest rate between India and or rather INR and USD has improved in favor of INR. So आज अगर RBI hawkish stance maintain रखता है, then we could see the Indian rupee strengthen. We already एक breakdown देके close किया है the dollar rupee. Now the next support is 81.60, 81.65 के आसपास, which is a very, very important support level. If that breaks, then it can be said, at least technically, that जो October से range रहा है, that may be breaking down. So 81.60 is going to be a critical support level on the USDINR. So how to now trade it? Because there has been a downward momentum, we could assume that it will continue towards 81.60 and 65. But because of the RBI monetary policy, it's going to be tricky to trade. It is advisable that you use options if you are looking to bet on a test of 81.60 rather than using futures. क्योंकि ये देखा गया है काफ़ी बार कि RBI monetary policy के आसपास the volatility increases. मतलब the two-way movement in the USDINR increases, so your stops can get hit on the futures. 82.20 के ऊपर जाके अगर close करता है, then we can say that the जो downward momentum बना था, that has been negated. So 82.20 के ऊपर close will negate the downward momentum and once again bring in a consolidation between 82 and 82.60 levels on the spot. So जब तक 82.20 के नीचे है, the bias continues to be downward and for a test of 81.60, 65 levels. Short straddle is going to be risky here because we are not sure whether it's going to trend or it's going to range. So avoid shorting straddle. अगर short options ही करना है, it is advisable that you do an iron fly, which is a hedged strategy, and you can hold till expiry. अगर intra week भी breach होता है and that breach is nullified over the next week, then your iron fly will be able to withstand that kind of whipsaw, but not the short straddle or a short strangle. In cross currency, Euro INR, GBP INR and JPY INR can see consolidation. There is an interesting article on Forex Live which talks about the comments from former Bank of Japan officials that BOJ may surprise the markets this month by removing the yield curve control which is there. Now we have to see whether that happens or not, because if that happens, we can see a big rally in the yen INR. But that's something we will be keeping a close watch on. The policy meeting is on around end of April, so there is some more time to go. So that's it, folks. This is Anindya Banerjee signing off. Have a fantastic day ahead.